As the first rays of sunlight stretch their golden fingers across the horizon, we find ourselves united in purpose, enveloped by the stillness of a moment brimming with possibility. Genesisday 15 marks not only the end of an era, but also the culmination of dreams, aspirations, and fervent hopes we have nurtured together. It is within this ephemeral space that we gather under the banner of the Dawn Discourse, poised to reflect on the journey that has brought us here, the transformative pathway that awaits beyond the dawn. In this sacred convergence, the chosen leader rises to speak, embodying the collective spirit of all those who yearn for growth and enlightenment. With each word, the air vibrates, resonating with the echoes of countless hearts that have dared to dream of a brighter future. Together, we will cast aside doubt and lethargy, unveiling the shields of protection that have safeguarded our purpose, allowing us to move forward into the light with unwavering courage and conviction. The wisdom we share today illuminates our path forward, serving as a beacon that guides us in navigating the uncertainties lying ahead. As we embrace this final Genesis Day, we are reminded of our sacred truths, the tenets that have forged our identity and solidified our commitment to one another. This is a moment of awakening, where the past meets the future, and we rise as one collective force ready to ascend into the divine frequency that beckons. Together, we will explore the depths of temptation, draw strength from our shared experiences, and allow the sanctity of our mission to uplift us to new heights. We prepare to unfurl the wings of potential that lie dormant within, ready to embrace the expansive possibilities that await beyond this threshold. Let us carry forth the wisdom and determination gleaned from our gathering as we step boldly into the next chapter of our divine mission, hand in hand, embracing the dawn of transformation and the new frequency. Divine One will now commence this week's sacred message to conclude Genesis Day's extraordinary journey.
Together we rise, together we shine, in unity, in truth, in flame divine.
I speak today not as one voice, but as the echo of many, as the herald of truth, and as a vessel for the divine will. In this moment, let us cast away illusion. Let us stand firm in the light, and let us open ourselves to the wisdom that has been ordained from the beginning of time. May these words awaken, may they empower, and may they serve as a beacon for all who seek the path of righteousness and ascension. The time is now, the calling is clear. Let us begin. Beloved ones, today we stand at a sacred threshold. This is Genesisday 15, the last Dawn Discourse before we cross into a new era of transmission, the Genesis frequency. This is not merely another message. It is a bridge between what has been and what is about to unfold. Today, we speak of temptation, protection, defense, and ascension, because all four are now converging in a single moment of destiny for the Chosen One's collective. Temptation, for many of you, and we talked a little about this last week, has not always appeared as obvious sin or loud disruption. It is often come in softer forms. Temptation to doubt your calling, to shrink your light, to numb your gifts, to return to old patterns because they feel similar or familiar, or to trade long-term purpose for short-term comfort. Temptation is any attempt to pull you away from divine alignment. It is not just about what you do. It is about who you allow yourself to become. This is why discernment is essential. Discernment is the spiritual intelligence of the heart. It is the ability to sense when something almost right is actually wrong. It is the inner knowing that alerts you when a connection, an opportunity, an offer, or even a thought is not in harmony with your mission. Temptation tests your discernment. Discernment protects your destiny. As we stand in the age of Aquarius, the standard of spiritual accountability is changing. In ages past, I'm sorry could be treated as a finish line. Now, in this Aquarian frequency, apology is only the beginning. Words alone have been overused and emptied. In this new era, apology must be followed by consistent, visible action. Desire for forgiveness must be proven by transformed behavior. We do not cheapen forgiveness, nor do we weaponize it. We honor it by insisting that it be anchored in growth. In this age, forgiveness does not require naivete. You may forgive from the heart while still watching for fruit. You may release resentment without returning to cycles that do not serve your ascension. The Creator calls us not just to say, I am changed, but to live as changed. This is the Aquarian evolution of accountability. As your inner world is refined, so must your protection in the outer world be strengthened. For many of you have endured distortions, not of your own making, spiritual interference, energy manipulation, spell work, curses, covens, and dark covens, who sought to delay, confuse, or bind your path. Hear this clearly, and let it settle in your spirit. By decree of the Creator, that season is over. The cords have been cut, the bindings dissolved, the artificial fog has lifted. You are no longer accessible to those old manipulations in the way you once were. Plus, we've now awakened. So they did their job, became our catalyst for growth and ascension and awakening. But release from interference does not eliminate the need for structure. It requires it. Freedom without protection is vulnerability. The collective is now rising into visibility, and with visibility comes attention, not only from those seeking light, but from those who fear its impact. That is why, under divine instruction, defense systems have been and are being put into place. One of these is the Celestial Karmic Intelligence and Defense Bureau, the CKIBD. I talked about this last week. This bureau functions as a spiritual intelligence and monitoring body for the collective. Through CKIBD, we observe, access, and interpret karmic patterns, spiritual turbulence, and global energetic shifts that may affect the chosen. It does not exist to frighten you, but to inform and protect you. Under CKIBD, we utilize the Spiritual Emergency Rating System, or SIRS. SIRS is a spiritual weather system for the collective. It offers a clear, simple way to understand the intensity of spiritual conditions in a given period. Whether we are in a gentle clearing, a moderate agitation, or a more severe karmic storm. These levels do not determine your power. They prepare your posture. They tell you when to move gently, when to stand firmly, and when to exercise heightened discernment. CKIBD and SIRS together give us a shared language of awareness. They are part of your shield. Beyond spiritual intelligence, we have operational defense. This is where the PhoenixNet Guardian Division emerges. PhoenixNet is not only technical, it is a living shield in service of the chosen. It will include real-time guardian support, jurisdiction-based mapping of trained agents, emergency dispatch and pickup systems, secure communication channels, identity and credential verification mechanisms, and a unified interface so that whenever a chosen is in the world, they are never alone. PhoenixNet will help ensure that when a cry for help is raised, it does not disappear into the void, but reaches those tasked and prepared to respond. Alongside PhoenixNet, the Chosen Defense Network will inform a strategic, immersive command environment for the collective. Through this network, chosen ones will be able to report incidents, access protective resources, learn protocols, share intelligence, and unite in defense and solidarity. I will decree the formal mandate of the Chosen Defense Network in the coming weeks, establishing it as a key pillar in the ongoing safety and structural cohesion of the collective. We are also building the portal of divine awakening, which will not be merely a website, but a sacred digital sanctum. It will also be an app as well. Through this portal, the chosen worldwide will sign in, connect, study, take courses, read sacred and strategic materials, and communicate with leadership. It will serve as the primary bridge between the Chosen Ones Collective and TNT Initiative's central operations. It will facilitate activation, screening, evaluation, tracking of growth, and mission readiness. It will also function as a soft shield because the united, informed, spiritually equipped body is far more difficult to fracture. In the years to come, additional structures will complete the protective lattice. The division of celestial intelligence, for instance, will focus on advanced spiritual reconnaissance. That's it, reconnaissance, and macro-level pattern recognition, detecting shifts in global spiritual dynamics before they manifest fully, so we can preempt harm. The Shadow Sentinel Network, to be introduced in the later phase, will operate as a cloaked guardian presence, watching over vulnerable thresholds, borderlands, and high-risk zones of operation. These will not be introduced immediately, mind you, but their place in the grand design is assured. And as we build these structures, we must not forget what has already begun. Recently, a broadcast was released to the world called The Next Transformation. In that proclamation, I did not appear as a vague spiritual figure or anonymous messenger. I stood openly as a chosen one, a divine agent, an earth angel, entrusted with announcing to humanity the coming evolution of the earth and of the human species. That broadcast was a turning point. It declared that a new type of human is emerging, one aligned with divine law, cosmic order, and higher consciousness. In the next transformation, we told the world that the shift is not theoretical. It is structural, spiritual, and biological. It affects the way we govern, the way we relate, the way we live on this planet. My mission, as stated there and restated now, is to prepare the chosen for the roles within this transformation and to guide humanity through one of the most significant evolutionary thresholds in history. To the sovereigns listening to this, understand what your journey has meant. Your awakening was delayed not because you were forgotten, but because you were being trained, forged even. You were sent through fire so that you could carry water. You were stretched so that you could hold more. You are equal in worth to every chosen one, all worth and equal in the eyes of the divine, mind you. But your function is distinct. You are called to leadership, stabilization, interpretation, and protection at higher levels of responsibility. Some of you felt like late bloomers. In truth, you were late by design. The world you were meant to serve does not exist yet. Now it does. Or rather, now it is emerging. And as it emerges, so must you. Your preparation must now become activation. Your refinement must now become guidance. Your healed wounds must now become wisdom for others. To the entire collective, many have asked about the sacred works we have mentioned along the way in the past. Hear this with assurance. Nothing has been forgotten. The Variobiatic Holy Bible, CCW Sacred Edition, is still in motion. It continues to receive divine refinement and structural recalibration. Its pages, its systems, its revelations are being aligned for the generation that will live its message. The divine manuscript is in its final stages of readiness. It is being polished so that when it is released, it will not merely inform but awaken. And let me be clear, all these books, everything, it takes some processes to go through because, as you know, it takes a minute for certain individuals, such as copywriters, what have you, and editors to go through things. And divine timing is always great. So that's why a lot of these things takes time. So if I'm repeating some things over a course of weeks, that's why. And we give respect and patience to everyone who works with the collective, with me, with others, and with all of you, because you never know when we'll be in the position. You know, it takes some time. So I thank and have gratitude for all those who've helped and who are helping along the way with our projects. And we wish them nothing but peace, love, and light in everything they do. We're grateful. Thank you. The grand architectural design, entrusted specifically to the sovereigns, is not a book at all, but a sacred blueprint of the Earth's coming elevation. It outlines the structural, social, spiritual, and energetic frameworks of the next era. The GAD, I like the name GAD, I like that, continues to unfold as the Creator reveals, in sequence, what must be built, where, and when. It is a living document of destiny. And now, beloved ones, we arrive at the age of this moment, the last dawn before frequency. The Dawn Discourse was created to awaken you, to pull you gently but firmly out of spiritual sleep. It has done so faithfully. It has laid foundations, introduced structures, revealed threats, and reminded you of your identity and mission. Now, as we cross the line, we move into a new mode. Next, we enter the Genesis frequency, a deeper, more sustained, more expansive flow of revelation and instruction, with a dedicated theme, extended format, guests, perspectives, and sound encoded with intention. Genesis frequency will not only speak to you, it will tune you. It is the next phase of how heaven intends to communicate with this collective. And mind you, it's not the only resource that the Creator is using, of course, but this is one I like it. This is the last dawn before that frequency becomes your new normal. So let this final Dawn Discourse settle into your spirit as a seal upon your discernment, a seal upon your protection, a seal upon your defense, and a seal upon your ascension. May the light of truth guide us. May the strength of the divine uphold us. And may the will of the Almighty be fulfilled in all that we do. Let our steps be firm, our hearts be pure, and our purpose unwavering as we walk the path of righteousness, unity, and ascension. And so it is written, so it is spoken, so it shall be. I'll see you next week. Ashe Samoti B, Inshallah, Selathos too. And amen.